โอ้สาย10 นาทีเอ้ยเดี๋ยวขอแยกชแนลแป๊บหนึ่งนะฮะอืมโอเควาร์ปได้ดีกว่าอืมเดี๋ยวปิดเลเยอร์ให้นะฮะเดี๋ยวออกไปปิดให้สักครู่ปิดเลเยอร์Discord ในตัวเกมยังไงอะครับก็ต้องที่ Discord ใช่ไหมครับอ๋อมันบังหลอดปาร์ตี้
And with that triumph, the future from which you came will no longer come to pass. Yet
ใช่อะเวลาชื่อมันกระพริบมันบังหลอดปาร์ตี้เพื่อนมิดเลย
Either way, this is an unexpected development. As the summoner of your souls, my death was meant to release you
ของ
back
ผม
to
มัน
your
โชว์
world.
แบบ ตอนนี้มันครึ่งจอก็เลยแบบปิดไปก็ได้
Yet I am very much
เสียง
alive,
มันฟังกันรู้
as
เรื่
you
อง
are
อยู่แล้ว
still stuck here in the first.
I believe I speak for us all when I say that we are happy to postpone our return if it means your life is spared. We will seek out another way.
Besides, I never had any intention of rushing home. There are people here I still need to thank, and this means I might actually have time to do so.
Yet we dare not neglect our comrades in the source. Mistress Tataru, to name but one, will be most anxious to know how things stand with us.
Moment. Be sure and give a full report to our fellow sires, would you? Oh, and we'd also appreciate any news you can bring us from back home.
Then I see no reason to delay. I can open the path from here.
อันนี้ในเรื่องหลัง Shadow Brinker นะฮะคือชนะตัวร้ายแพทแรกแล้วแพท 5.0 ที่เกมเข้ากำลังทำเนื้อเรื่องต่อเป็นช่วงเอ็นของ Shadow Brinker แล้วก็ก่อนเข้า Endwalker ฮะ
Of course. I shall strive for utmost accuracy. No strange forests or unplanned passengers, I promise.
I'm a little relieved, to be honest. I would have been terribly lonely if everyone had suddenly disappeared. But I understand that you have to go. Safe journey, warrior of darkness. I hope to see you again soon.
เขาเอาเพลงของหลายๆภาคมารวมกันนะครับในภาคนี้
When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short. And then one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me in the flesh. A hero who looked at the horizon and beyond and saw I knew not what. All I knew was that I would give anything to stand at that hero's side. Would that it was so easy. The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand. Do you hear me, Grahatia? This is no time for sleeping.
To the west gate. I want to know what's happening there.
Same as the others, struck down with a single blow. An unfortunate day to draw guard duty. Forgive me. These were your people.
We took advantage of this slaughter to slip into the palace. 'Tis not for me to grieve them. That was the Emperor! Wait! Uranians!
Gaius, you've missed your part in this, I'm afraid.
Identify yourself, demon!
You were hoping for the Ascian? The Craven shed this skin and fled, rather than face me. A pity. I was looking forward to crossing blades with myself. But I cannot deny the feeling of satisfaction. Body and soul reunited at last.
What now? The game continues, but the pieces have changed.
Only if we trust in a paragon's words. A mistake I do not intend to repeat. Gaius!
He speaks the truth. Elidibus is gone. Tore a hole into the rift. Xenos, my foolish, greedy son. Was a second life not enough? Was the Empire too rich a prize to ignore? True freedom for our nation, our people, will never be won by a spoiled princeling. The burden of this throne is beyond you.
'Tis you, father, who have struggled with this burden. Simply holding the Empire together has occupied your limited faculties. But you may take comfort in knowing that I have no intention of pursuing your tedious agenda. Nor am I interested in ruling over the Empire's lands. I came only to remove that which ruins my sport. I will not have my prey stolen by your petty wars and cowardly weapons.
You would kill me just for that.
I need no other reason. Any and all who interfere with my hunt will not do so twice! I heard the Ascians speak of Zodiac and Eidolon. will of this star is but a construct of our own making. We shall gorge upon their strength, and then, my friend, our contest shall begin anew. Xenos!
มึงตัดกับละครไทยมากเลย เอ้าโอ้กลับออกมาแล้วนี่หว่า trust system ชุดเลเวล80 500ต้องเปลี่ยนอันนี้ต้องเปลี่ยน
You're here. Good.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies. Thank you.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the first and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Oh! What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion. Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
เอาแลนดิ้งผิดเลยจุ่มน้ำซะงั้น ดันเจียนครับแรงคอสมอสคิวรอเลยระหว่างนั้นผมไปแลกของก่อนไหนว่าไม่ใช่ไปคริสตัลเลียมดิคริสตัลเลียมโอ้ยเควสเพียบเลยอย่าบอกแล้วที่แรกของมันอยู่ยูมอแหละยูมอใช่จริงด้วยอยู่ยูมอexchange อันนี้เหรอโอ้โต๊ะนี้นี่หว่า PC เยอะแยะMaterial Vendor ทุก exchange อยู่นี่ไอ้คนแรกชุดเกราะมันอยู่ไหนอ่ะอ๋อตรงนี้เหรอข้างบนเหรอนี่ไงโทเค็น exchange นี่ของบอสโฮมสโตนแล้ว30เอาเวลพอนมาใส่ก่อนก็ได้ผมไม่มีเวลพอนธนูนี่ไงเฮ้ยดูดีเนี่ยธนูเนี่ยระหว่างคิวเควสนะก็แก้กรรมครับไปแก้กรรมก่อนแก้กรรมปลดเอเตอร์นะของเกรทวูดนี่ผมไม่ได้เปิดเลยสักอันเนี่ยเดี๋ยวต้องเปิดเว็บไปด้วยฮะมันจะมีผมต้องเปิดเว็บเพื่อที่จะดูEther Current นะ Ether Current ของ Greatwood Greatwood ผมน่าจะไม่ได้ทำเลยสักอันจำได้ว่า1นี่น่าจะอันสักอันหนึ่งที่แบบแม่งไกลๆหายอุ้ยเรทมาพอดีว่ะลุย ขอโทษคนคิวด้วยนะครับขอดูเผ่าเชี่ยอะไรเนี่ยไม่คุ้นเลยไม่เคยเล่นนะด่านนี้ตามแท้งไปแท้งคือผู้นำทางของเราบอสเหรอโอ้ยไม้กวาดมันมากระจุกอะไรกันตรงนี้วะเนี่ย ขอละกันแหวนเรายังไม่มีเนี่ยแหวนดีๆตามพิษลอกกันบ้านฮิวเลอร์ฮะฮิวเลอร์เขาน่าจะผ่านมาโอเคไม่ให้ต้นไม้โตนะเขียวอะไรเขียวย่อยเฮ้ย2 บาทตกดีมาก อุ๊ยดีจังเลยว่ะตัวนี้โอ้โหทำไงให้ไฟดับอ่ะมันต้องไปเผาอะไรวะเผาม่านเหรออ๋อมันต้องเผาต้องเอาไฟไปป้ายนะเมคานิกนี้มันต้องอยู่มิลลีไงวะเนี่ยแทงบัสเตอร์ปิดปิงฮะโดนปิงเต็มที่เลยลิมิตเถอะมันหนีคอมเมนต์เฮ้ประมาณนี้เอ้ยเดี๋ยวผมน่าจะลงเควสแบบไอ้นี่แหละเควสแก้กรรมในเรื่องต่อพรุ่งนี้